Good evening, folks. I am trying to figure out what we're going to use for a Mega XL solution for the Tier 3 zombies over at Survival Fest. We're supposed to go, I think, 70 FPS soft cap, 80 FPS hard cap. And so I'm trying to figure out which solution would be best. I wanted to get this up with the Mega XL as well as this just to test. And so I actually was able to open this up. I used, I can't remember whose video I used as inspiration, but I'll go ahead and put that in the description once I get a chance. What I did was open it and then put two spacers in there, which actually I used the ones from my truck. They are glad hand seals, and what I did was I kind of cut it down to size and then stuck it in there, but it wasn't quite as optimal. So I went with these grommets, which are at Home Depot. I believe they are, let me see. Grommets, they're in the electrical section, I know that. 3/4, 19.1 millimeter. And they're about the same width, although they're not the same circumference, but it still worked. So I put two of those in there, and then I got the FPS up, and then I thought, hey, what if I stick two in there? Because both stock for Mega XL, both of these run about the same at about 50 feet per second. So I wanted to get it up to over 60 if I could. And sure enough, I believe I was able to accomplish that. This one only took two of those grommets as spacers. And I guess since it's rubber, it's really good at deadening the shock. And then for this one, I actually talked to the creator. I'm sorry, the maker. I apologize, not the creator of the Typhon, but the maker of it was CR Nerf, who sent it to me graciously, and I have been in love with this thing because it uses silly shells. And so I put two of these spacers in, one at the end, and then one in the front, right behind the plunger head. And then he recommended, hey, I believe I put a leftover rival spring in there. Give it a shot, and if anything breaks, then I'll go ahead and send you some parts if you need them. So I said, okay. I looked through all my old springs that actually my brother from Southern Maryland House of Nerf gave me, and lo and behold, there was a turf spring in there, and I didn't know the big stink about turf springs, but everybody says, oh, turf springs are the best. So instead of it being in the package, I went ahead and opened this up by removing these two screws, pulling it out, and then getting access through the rear. That's when I put the plunger, the new spring, and then another, I'm sorry, I apologize, the spacer, the rubber grommet as a spacer, the turf spring, and then another grommet in the back. And both of these on the ends are actually deadening a little bit of the shock while still maintaining its speed as far and getting the air out the front hole where it should. And it's not really too much harder of a prime than the original spring. So I got a little bit more pre-compression also with a turf spring. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and test it and see what we think. However, if these two happen to be about the same speed, like FPS wise for Mega XL, this one would win hands down because look at the form factor, look at the size of that one. I'm going to have to find a backpack for that, whereas for this, I can find a holster. B, you could shoot Mega, which is a Tier 2 zombie, and that's got to be 100 FPS soft cap, and I believe no shots above 110. And then, obviously, the blunderbuss party mode, 6 half darts in there, or 3 elite darts, and you're just having a good time. So, form factor, smaller, plus multi-caliber ammo versus just an XL. So hopefully we'll see some results. I knew it. I knew it. When Bill gets inspired, it's not because he's interested. He's interested because there's a lot of form and function behind whatever he's doing, and he and I kind of think the same way. It would be great to have a Swiss Army tool and a lot of fun if it worked really well. It was small, compact, and you can carry it, quickly. And sure enough, I see that the Typhon has about the same results with Mega XL. Then I can pop it out, get the XL or the blunderbuss, and so that beats this out without having to do the 3D print shells that go in the front that I think I've seen on Thingiverse. So yeah, this will work. I'll still bring it because what if this goes down? I still got a Mega XL option that's still within the speed parameters. But yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we are going to get some really good footage with your Typhon in a couple weeks. It'll be me and the Delph squad. It'll be Joe Dodson, Evan Gillette, I believe Chip Miles, and David Serene. So we're going to get quite a few tags with this thing. All right, I'm AJ with Pennsylvania Foam League, and I'm out.